Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested. What else was I gonna say? I felt like I had something, but it wasn't rolling off the tongue. If you're interested, I don't know. Maybe that's where I go normally. Okay. Regardless, we are going to do a random ranking. Let's go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in... I'm knocking over stuff. If you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Let's get to picking some movies. You may have noticed I've reorganized back here. It's not... Yeah, did I reorganize? I put a lot of the movies we have ranked, movies that I have watched since, that have been shoved over there. Those are the movies that I haven't watched yet. I got a pile over there, and I've put them behind me. So let's get to picking from there. Okay. Ooh, I feel lenticular. Wait. Oh, I already saw it. Sorry. I was just making sure it wasn't Avatar. Is that a cheat? I'm gonna go ahead and use it. And then let's pull something from, over here. And then, should we go down here at the bottom? Let's go to this section. I haven't left you. Alright, and then use this. Oh, okay, I like this. Alright, so we have 3 films here. Lord of the Rings, actually we have 3 films here, because this is the trilogy. So, which one do we pick? I think I've gone through all of them. I think I've ranked them all already. So let's say, have I? I don't know. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've ranked all 3. So let's say this one is just Fellowship of the Ring. Let's just start there. And this is kind of a, that's my favorite of the trilogy, is Fellowship of the Ring. And I just love world building. I love when a crew comes together and all of that is happening here. And it was just like nothing I'd ever seen before. And it just felt like the greatest cinematic achievement I'd ever seen. Even though I hadn't even read the books, what I was looking at on screen was just amazing. The CGI, the practical effects, all of it just seemed to meld so well together. And in subsequent rewatches, it really does seem that way. You may notice a thing here or there, but it just still works, and it's still one of my favorite trilogies out there. So, but again, we are just ranking Fellowship of the Ring here. Next we have Gone Baby Gone. This was directed by Ben Affleck, and it stars Casey Affleck. And this movie, I really like it. This movie came out around a time. I think all these movies maybe came out in the same year that I'm going to talk about. Maybe only. I think. What are we in? I think this is 2007, and this movie has a great narration by Casey Affleck over shots of Boston at the beginning, and I don't know why, but when I was first watching this, I just fell in love with that. And you know, narration a lot of times is a no-no because you're supposed to show it, not say it, right? But I thought it was so good. Another movie that came out this same year, if I'm correct, is The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford, which also stars him, which has great narration by somebody not on screen, not a character at all, like a non-diegetic party. And I loved that narration. I thought it was done so well. That's a great movie. And then there's a movie called Little Children, also from that year, that had amazing narration over it. And I was just like, wait a second, this is weird. I'm seeing the greatest examples of narration that I've ever seen in my life, and it's all in 2007. And 2007 is like one of the greatest years in cinema ever, and it's just I don't know, I just always thought that was amazing. It's one of the greatest years in cinema that I've ever seen. I think historians agree. And I got these 3 moments of narration that were just incredible, and this movie starts off with it. And I was just like, I love this. I'm falling in love with this movie. And then it's kind of like a crime thriller. Feels like a true crime story or something that you would see on TV. And yeah, pretty good. Surprisingly, my wife's not into this movie, which she likes these type of movies typically, but I don't know, this one that didn't really work for her. I think she needs a rewatch though. Next, we have Dune, the Lynch Dune. I like the charm that this movie has. There's so much whispering. Talk about spice. They're always whispering about the spice. The way they whisper about the spice just, I don't know, makes me feel a certain way or something. It's like erotic, passionate or something. The way it's like ASMR stuff. The way they're talking about the spice and whispering about spice. Look at this cover. This is good. We got that illustration going on there. So, you know, I don't think this is like the greatest movie ever, but I think it has so much charm to it in coming from the time it was made. Some of the terrible CGI is really interesting, like the cube suits that they're wearing is fun. Just the glowing eyes, the costumes. I don't know. I really like this movie for its like era charm that it has. So how are we gonna rank them? Well, okay. So I'm actually having trouble with these two because Lord of the Rings is almost a default #1 all the time, unless it's Two Towers. So next time I have to remember, if I pull this again, we're talking about Two Towers. So I think there are movies that could beat Two Towers, but Fellowship of the Ring, there aren't many movies that could beat it. They'd have to come from my top 5. Maybe like top 10 or something. I don't know, but this is like sort of like in my top 5 because I squeeze in franchises, or I don't allow franchises to get in there that I think are perfection. So like, you know, it's like technically this is in my top 5, but I don't allow it in there. Back to the Future trilogy, the original Star Wars trilogy, I don't include those because they just take up space, right? Because they're works of perfection. But I'm having trouble. Do I want Dune, which has such visual interest to me and soundscape? I love all of that. Or Gone Baby Gone because it's a cool, you know, crime film with good narration. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I feel like Gone Baby Gone was the first I saw of those narration movies when I was like, oh my goodness, I think I watched it before the other two. So it kind of feels like a life changer in a way. It made me notice and like narration, or know the difference between good and bad, or versions of it that I like versus dislike. So I think I'm going to go, actually, Gladriel has some nice narration in here. In full, how does she say? And for 2.5, how many thousand years? 2.5 thousand years. I can't do it. I can't quote it. How many years is it? All right, but we're going to go Fellowship of the Ring, then we're going to go Gone Baby Gone, and then Dune. But this is hard, these two right here, because the visuals just really sell me on Dune. I like them a lot. So here we go. Fellowship of the Ring, followed by Gone Baby Gone, and then Dune. My question to you is, have you seen these 3 movies? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.